Hello, everyone. This is Jen. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an update on the current energies in the event. If you're into spiritual groups on Facebook or YouTube, you are seeing a lot of information on this event. And I just wanted to bring a few information about that. Basically, what this event is all about is a change in consciousness on a mass scale on the entire planet to rise everyone's vibrations in consciousness to live in a better world. That's what the light workers are all about. That's what light workers have been working on for so long. Opening doors, opening portals, whatever label you want to use, just opening up the path. That's what twin flames are all about. Twin flames are about that kind of love that is so deep because it's at a soul level that a lot of people cannot even begin to understand what that connection is all about. No, instead, instead, some people may think that we're crazy. They may think that we're schizophrenic or something because here we are talking about us feeling another person, feeling their feelings and emotions at all times. Someone who's not very spiritual may look at this and think, oh, this person is crazy. I know I have been on the receiving end of that. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care because it's my truth. And that's what I'm here for. Apparently, I signed up for this. So let's do it. That's the only way I can deal with this. Because we all know the twin flame journey is a hard journey and it's not for everyone, even though some people wish they were on that journey. It's pretty hard. To me, the way I see it, it's the journey of the warriors. Because you have to have a warrior attitude if you're on a twin flame path. Because you have to keep on pushing it until it happens. You have to keep on pushing it until you are done with your healing, with your releasing. Things come into balance when things are integrated 100% in your being on all levels. And when we say all levels, it's mind, body, spirit. It's mind, body, soul, but not the mind, body, soul that most people think. Because they think the mind is the brain. And yes, it is in a way. The mind is the brain, but the brain doesn't control. The brain does not control anything. The heart does. The soul does. And when they say mind, body, spirit, well, the spirit to the spirit world, to that dimension where all that is, to that dimension of we are all one, to that level of consciousness where you are awakened and you know your purpose of this life. You know how to balance your karma pretty much at all times. You know and feel energies. You know the language of energy. Anyhow, that was just like a little in-between thing I was talking about. I wanted to do an update on the event and talk about the upcoming astrological events because there are a few lined up, retrogrades, this and that. I'm not going to go into detail because I know about astrology, but I'm not an astrologer. So I'm just going to go quickly over this. So first of all, on March 17th, this weekend, we have a new moon. And it's going to be, just be prepared for this one. It's going to shake up a whole lot of things. It's going to shake up everyone to their core to make space. It's going to be a new moon that feels like a full moon. It's going to feel like we're releasing a lot, and we are upgrading our energies, our light bodies, our DNA, our body, whatever way we want to call it. We are upgrading all of that, and that is hardcore work. It's hard on all levels, and you might feel it in your nails, in your hair, in your skin. You might feel that your body is going through a major, major change. You may also feel like you're detoxing and you don't understand why. You might be guided to perhaps stop drinking alcohol or coffee because it makes you feel sick inside. Those are true physical signs of spiritual ascension. Alcohol and physical ascension don't mix well together. You reach a point where you just cannot stand it anymore because it's too heavy. It brings your vibrations down too much and basically makes you feel sick, even if you take only one drink. Now, don't worry if you still enjoy a glass of wine. Do not worry about this. I'm just saying that it might happen to you, as everyone is different. So this weekend, a new moon coming up, and it's going to feel like a full moon. And then the full moon on the 31st, which is a blue moon because it's the second full moon of the month, is more or less going to feel like a new moon. It's going to start bringing new energy. And then there's the spring equinox in between and the event. Nobody knows the exact precise date or time for this event. Basically what it is, just to make it short, a lot of people have been receiving the same information on that event. Now we are there, so it's a beautiful thing that we are witnessing. It's basically a wave of energy that is going to hit the planet. So it doesn't matter how we choose to see it. It's either a wave of energy, a galactic thing, and this and that. It doesn't matter. It's just it's going to translate into a rise in consciousness for everyone, every human being on earth, in spontaneous spiritual awakenings. We are already feeling this wave coming in. It's not going to be like in movies where everyone is going to go outside and look at the sky. No, some people may feel or may see something, may see that things are changing. If you're very sensitive, you may see a change in the skies. You may see just a change in the atmosphere. You may see a color of energy. Usually that kind of energy will show up as pink or gold. Pink for unconditional love and gold for Christ consciousness. So if you, depending where you are in the world, if you wake up on that day, and nobody has a date, a precise date, but if you wake up one morning and you're like, oh my God, I'm feeling so different. Everything seems to be different in here. It feels like I'm high or something. That's what it is. A new wave of energy has hit the earth at that moment, and that's what you feel. So basically Gaia, the planet, is also upgrading her meridian system. Therefore, everything on it, plants, animals, and people, are feeling this. You may see it in your animals too. If they are sensitive, they probably are. If they live with you, they're probably just like you somehow. They feel this. Animals lately have been having weird eating patterns, either being hungry all the time or puking all the time, just because the energies are hard to handle at this time. They've been having sleep patterns that are unusual, just like us humans. I know I've been dealing with a lot of weird sleep patterns, very weird. Unable to sleep basically because the energy is just so strong. It's already coming in. Okay, so we're feeling all of these events. It's here already. And because it shows up differently for everyone, it means different things for everyone. You might feel like you're going back to who you were a few years ago. You might feel like you're just completely changing, and you might feel pulled up towards the skies. That's your consciousness trying to expand. Again, physical symptoms are really important at this point, like shaking, your energy just trying to expand in your body and maybe creating body pains. Heart chakra expansions, like probably like we've never seen before. Third eye activations as well. Even if yours is already activated, another layer of this, another deeper layer of this. So if you're already psychic and or clairvoyant, you will feel a huge difference in your readings. If you're an energy healer, you're going to feel a difference as well. You may receive some new information that is going to help you expand on your abilities. And otherwise, just another layer of awakening. And we will see this in people around us and in people that perhaps we never thought they would be going through this. But trust me, they are. They are, and that also applies to the twin that is apparently running or in separation. I don't like using these terms because there is no separation. We are all one. You feel your twin, they feel you. Trust me, they feel you. And what we should be doing at this point is thanking them, being in gratitude and in unconditional love for the work that they do. Do not let the fears creep in. It's really important for this event. It's really important because we're going towards the new earth where people are going to be more caring, more loving, more in compassion, smiling more. Have you noticed how people don't smile? They just don't smile because they're unhappy, they're hurting inside. And being a light worker is about seeing this and transforming this. Doing it for yourself first before you're able to do it for other people, until it gets to a level where it's done almost automatically just by being in your heart, just by sending love to a situation or a person. This is how you assist someone. It doesn't necessarily, let me start over with that. You don't necessarily need to speak to someone to help them out. And all you need to do is be conscious as much as you can. That's all you need to do. That's what the event is all about, is being conscious on all levels, in all ways possible. And we will be called to see things differently. Because in all of us, there is this part of us that is kind of like hidden. We call this the shadow side. And that part of us is basically just there existing in us and just asking to expand, to come to the light, to come to awareness. And we all have it. Even someone who's been spiritually awakened for quite a while, we all have that part. Nobody can claim to know the entire truth or to be in total control of themselves or a situation and this and that. There is always space for expansion. So when we see these people who think that they have it all, they understood it all, well, we can translate that into, oh, they still have some ego to work on. They still have some work to do. And that's absolutely fine. This event, though, is going to support that. It's going to support people into seeing reality differently. All those systems that we've created, whether it's financial system, banking system, school system, we're going to slowly start to see that they're not for our highest good per se. I'm saying that and I'm doing the air quotes here because they're not all negative or all bad. But, for example, in school, why are so many kids diagnosed with attention deficit disorder? Why is it not because these kids are sensitive to energies and are feeling the bad vibrations in the classroom or coming from a classmate or even coming from the teacher? How come that is not possible? How come these people have this kids have to be on medication, destroying their liver, their stomach, and their nervous system. I'm not saying it's the case for everyone, but I am convinced that a big part of these kids are just sensitive to energies, and because we are not, well, because we haven't been enough talking about this for a long time, they were unable to receive that kind of information. That is going to change because there are more and more people and light workers talking about this and realizing their truth and aligning with their truth in order to bring that kind of knowledge to the world, to the planet, to the people around. And it's not about going global or anything like that. It's mostly about starting with yourself first and helping people around you, whether it's global or not. We will see in the upcoming months many people going through spiritual ascension and awakening, and they won't know what's going on with them. They will have no idea, and it's going to be our job to help them. You know those physical symptoms? The dizziness at first, the, oh my God, the sun is too bright, I don't get it. This sound is just so annoying to me, and I used to love it. This TV show is like boring now, and I used to love it before. I don't like this food anymore. It's making me sick. You know, all these things that we went through and that it took years to work on, because spontaneous spiritual awakenings don't happen. They don't exist. It's impossible. The body would not be able to take that kind of changes. The nervous system wouldn't be able to sustain that kind of change in everything, in pressure, heart pressure, blood pressure, high blood pressure. That's what I meant to say. High blood pressure. If you have, if you can take your blood pressure, notice how it's off the charts when you're going through heavy waves of energies. And I've done that for years. And I've been through like many exams as well. And there's nothing wrong with my heart. It's just that it's a true fact. Our bodies are influenced by the energies, whether you want to see it that it's coming from the astrological events or God or the universe. It's all the same anyway. It's energies. So the event will bring a lot of changes. Nobody knows exactly how it's going to go down and what it's going to be like. But what we know is that bodies are going to change. People are going to wake up. There will be some form of chaos for a little while until things get into place and still, and until people get aligned and realize that it's a spiritual awakening. So there's nothing to be afraid about. On the opposite side, we have to be excited about this. I know I am. I know I am, because it feels like pressure will be lifted off a lot of people. You know, those who have been on the forefront battling this on a mission, being warriors of the light, being just up there, pioneers of spirituality, I don't know how to call it. Just, you know, just being in the forefront. It's exhausting. It's really exhausting, physically, mentally, emotionally. And these people, unfortunately, had to be faced with a lot of unawakened people. And that's coming to an end, because everyone will be awakened further and deeper. So it's going to bring a lot of changes in the physical body, in the twin flame connection, in everything. So we need to be excited about this, and do not worry if you don't feel anything. If you don't, so you know, some people are saying that the event is in the first quarter of the year, and I resonate with that. I resonate towards the end of March, but I'm not saying it's going to happen there. So be careful. Nobody has a date for this. Do not be disappointed if you're not feeling a change. during those days. It's going to come, and it depends where you're at in your own progress. It takes years to awaken, just like it takes years to become an adult. It takes years for some trees to produce, sorry about that noise, to produce some fruits. So it's the same thing. Everything is a process. All we can do and need to do is be still. So we need to be that rock at the bottom of the river. You know, the one who's not moving, just being still while the water is running over. That's what we need to be. Just be still. People around will start freaking out. The level of stress will rise for a lot of people. Those people that are not ready will feel extreme pressure. The way to get ready for this event is to do your own spiritual work. Clean up your house, clean up your mind, clean up your closets, your heart, your emotions. Get rid of the junk and be still. Be in that empty space for a little bit, and then it's going to be filled up with new energies. You might be feeling this at this point. If you feel that pressure, to change and to move forward, it's because you're being called towards those energies, and they are for you, and you need to get ready. That's what you're feeling. And by the way, a lot of divine masculine twins, that's how they feel. They're feeling the pressure. They're feeling the motivation to finally move. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't have used that word finally, because they have been doing the best that they could with what they know. Spiritual awakening is hard. And if you don't have the right support or mentors around you, it can be extremely difficult. But know at this point that the divine masculine is totally being guided to finding the right education. They go, if you're part of these people that believe that when we sleep, we go to school, perhaps, per se, spiritual school, well, they are going every night. They are going every day, even when they're working. Their spiritual team are working so hard on them to bring them to the same level as you, or almost the same level, whatever, to bring a balance. It doesn't matter, just to bring a balance into the connection for this event to take place and this event to happen. What is truly important is to stay in gratitude for our twins and for people around. To give true forgiveness to everyone. There is no time to hold grudges, negative energies, negative intentions, because this event is going to wipe this out, and it's going to be more difficult for you if you do. The only thing that matters is doing the right thing. Honor yourself, honor your path in your journey. Love yourself with all your strength and weaknesses. It doesn't matter. Embrace the weaknesses. Embrace it as an opportunity to get better. That's all it is. That's all it is. Just embrace it. Embrace the pain. Hug the cactus. You know, the more you hug the cactus, the less it's going to hurt. It's going to go away, because what we face goes away. What we don't face takes power over us. So just be prepared, be ready. New moon coming up on March 17th, spring equinox, full moon at the end of the month, and the event somewhere down the road. So many things happening. You're going to feel it. It's going to change quickly. It's going to affect everyone. It's going to affect the divine masculine. But you know what? At this point, it doesn't really matter. What matters is yourself. What matters is that you are happy and not waiting for someone. Is that you are happy in your own life, in your own shoes, in your own skin. Which will change, by the way, soon. Just like a snake. You know, change of season, the equinox, the upgrade in our DNA. We're basically healing every little cells of our body. Every cell of our body is changing vibration. That takes time, energy, and a lot of care. That's why the physical symptoms are so big at this point. And it's okay. We're releasing ancient memories in ourselves. You know, the memories not only from our families, but from past lives. Everything that was stuck or piled up in our DNA is being released to have new DNA. What some will call the new human. I don't resonate with that term, but it's just, to me, it's just a progression. It's just evolution and is a normal thing because we're always in movement. So yeah, every cell of our body is healing and working so hard to release those memories. It's all coming. It's all coming to fruition together. The puzzle is kind of getting completed somehow. So just be prepared. Be still. Be happy. Smile through this. Do not get into that bad vibe of I'm stressed out, therefore I'm going to make everyone stress out around me. I really don't like that. And a lot of people don't like that anyway. And it's useless. It's just useless. It's going to come back to you because everyone is a mirror and somehow it's going to come back. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so on my Facebook page at Indigo Girls Readings, or using my email, indigogirl555@gmail.com. And just before I go, just let go of all expectations. That's the best way to live. That's the real way to live. That's the only way to be free, actually. Let go of all expectations. Just be ready. Things that are coming are extremely beautiful and it's going to rock everyone's world. So on that, enjoy your day. Blessings and love and light to everyone. Thank you.